that you've been able to come today. And we hope you've enjoyed the meal. Travelling great distances or even just next door. We're particularly pleased to see Cyril. As you know, he married us. No, we married us to each other. 50 years and a day ago. We're pleased to see Francis and Kate, who were Ruth's bridesmaids, and Martin, who was nearly 3 years old, and Martin there was the young page boy. Short. We're glad to see John and Ralph Phillips, who were the ushers of the church. So we've got a full complement, apart from, sadly, the best man, Peter Liddon. 50 years is a long while to be married. I thank Ruth for her love and during that time. I'm going to read now from the Bible, not the sermon. Proverbs 31. How hard it is to find a capable wife. She is worth far more than jewels. Her husband puts his confidence in her and he will never be poor. As long as she lives, she does him good and never harm. She keeps herself busy making woolen linen cloths. This is actually straight from Scripture. She brings home food from out-of-way places as merchant ships and Waitrose. She gets up before daylight to prepare food for her family.
Oh, I did this morning.
And tell the servant girl, or perhaps that's her husband, what to do. She looks at land and buys it. And with money she has earned, she plants a vineyard, or rather the She is a hard worker, strong and industrious. She knows the value of everything. She makes and works late into the night. Now, if you want to read the rest of it, it's probably 31, but I thought that was appropriate for today. 100%. And by the way, the wood which we planted 10 years ago is down the bottom there, so those of you who kindly gave us a tree or trees are very welcome to go and have a look. Anyway, thank you, Ruth, and I'm sure you would now like to say a few words.
Once again, thank you everybody for coming, especially the people who've come long distances. Especially also our children who weren't at the wedding for some obscure reason. They seem to have been around for quite a few years since. I especially want to thank Rachel, who was very surreptitiously, with Malcolm's help and the scanner, and stealing our photograph albums quietly when we thought they were having an afternoon nap, and scanned all the pictures on those two walls over there of 50 years of the Banks family, and the Pereira family. Start up the left. And also a most beautiful album that she has made, and I don't know where it is, whether it's over there, of 50 years of pictures of the family, including all the grandchildren who aren't here today, and the Australian ones, and Debbie, of course. I also want to thank David for managing to get a business trip that coincided so that he could come from Sydney. We're sorry that Debbie and the children aren't here, but they're in the middle of a school term because for some obscure reason they have their summer holiday in December. And also Simon has done a sterling job this morning, gathering up 4 children, 6 surfboards, 3 kayaks, a few pairs of pyjamas and t-shirts and things, and bicycles and heaven only knows what, and they're all in or on his car, because they're en route for a fortnight's holiday. So how he got the children out of bed this morning and all the stuff loaded in the car and got here by 11:30, I will never know. It was a miracle. So thank you, Simon. I especially like to thank Penelope Lang from Barkway, who kindly provided us with the food. And we're very delighted that she was able to do it for us. And I'd like to thank everybody else who's here for coming and for all the wonderful plants. The golden border is going to be fabulous. I can see it through this doorway that marquees don't have, but gap in the tent. There's an awful lot of colour over there already. It's going to be lovely. And all the other things, a wonderful gadget that Brian and Gillian have brought, which means I can prune dead heads off roses without going up a step ladder. And all the cards, I can't believe how many cards we've had. Just wonderful, and all the good wishes from so many people. And last of all, I suppose I better for putting up with me for 50 years and all my extravagance and all my nattering at him to let's have a party or let's go somewhere or let's do this, and he looks at me and says, oh, not again. But thank you.